What is 10x scarier at night than day? Telephone calls. Telephone call at 3 p.m. You think, telemarketer. Telephone call at 3 a.m. You're thinking fuck. Someone died. Nothing good can come from a phone call after 9 p.m. Monsieur. Nothing good can come from a phone call. People screaming randomly. You don't get scared when that happens during the day? Nah, I hear that every day since I live next to crackheads. Someone knocking on your door. That happened once and I literally almost had a stroke. Kids singing nursery rhymes. Your room is silent save the fan. That rumbles by your bed. You're breathing, steady as a drum, with sheep counts in your head. But then you wake with eyes wide. An inky fear burns through. You hear a ghostly voice sing asterisk baby shark do asterisk. Oh god, oh fuck. Clothes piled up in the chair opposite to your bed. Your neighbor using a wood chipper. That's complete natural. Just ignore the screams, that's just the squeaky gears in the machine. The unexpected sound of a long-forgotten and presumed dead Furby as it shrieks furbish from the bowels of your childhood closet. This happened to me. Creepy mofo didn't have any batteries or anything. And all of a sudden, 2 a.m., I wake up and hear, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, I see you, ha ha ha, single quote. The man who sleeps with a machete under his pillow is a fool all nights but one. No fucking clue. Swimming in the ocean. It's already trying to kill you, and now you wanna swim in it in the dark. Damn. I swear. Ocean in the dark is scary as fuck. Not that it loses that friendly-looking atmosphere but also replaced with the ominous one instead. Also, nocturnal sea lives get swooped down in the dark and nobody ain't gonna found you for a long time. My cat's suddenly staring at the empty corner of my bedroom. The ocean. When I think about falling off a ship at night I just hope the fall kills me. Don't ever watch open water. There's a gap between the window and curtain so you get shadows and lights from cars and people passing by. Terrifying when at 3 a.m. you think someone's about to try climb in through your window. Every shadow becomes terrifying at night. Aha. That coat in the corner of your room starts to look like a serial killer. Silence. What do you usually hear at night? Crickets lol. Oh, I get you now. That would be unnerving if they all just stopped all of a sudden. I spend a lot of time in the woods at night, and silence is never something I like to hear tbh. Yeah, crickets usually stop when they are startled and all I can ask myself is what startled them? Quote, it could be nothing dangerous or anything but I live nearby New Orleans, Louisiana, and that city is well known for its hauntings, so maybe it's ghosts. Probably just predators. An NBSP, ghost aliens are a type of predator. Shutting off the lights and running up the stairs. The thing is coming. When the suicidal friends send you a pretty lengthy message. It is scary during the day too, but waking up in the morning to read that literally destroys all your emotions and put you in a panic-fueled scared state. Sadly so relatable. I woke up one morning to see my friend Dev sent really suicidal messages on our group chat saying his phone password, to tell police to check notes, etc. He had been on the session. We all at this time were guilty of sending depressive messages. However, time kept passing without hearing from him, so we called his campus security for a welfare check. He had committed suicide, probably just after those messages. It's scary because without being there to talk them around, you feel so helpless in the morning, waiting to find out what happened. Wind. In the day it just like, oh yeah, that's just the wind. At night it like, the fuck was that? Stay away demon, I've done nothing wrong. Being lost in the woods. Shit. Just the woods in general. My aunt's house has a big backyard surrounded by a bunch of woods. Never know if someone is lurking in those woods just watching you in the dark. Nah. Footsteps. In the dark. Nah, that beat still slaps hard. Classic. Hey home intruder, make your footsteps a 1/16 swing beat. Being a woman and having to walk somewhere alone. Well, as a man, that scares me too. Yeah, I'm a big burly man. The kind of person people avoid in the night. And even I'm quite scared walking in certain streets and areas during the night. And I live in a boring and safe Finnish city. Closing your eyes in the shower. This reminds me of a funny story from my best friend. Their bathroom didn't have a window, and one time his mom went in for a shower. During the shower, while she was washing her hair and closed her eyes, the power went out. She opened them, but everything was pitch black. She panicked and thought she suddenly went blind. She ran out of the bathroom looking for help. Totally wet and naked, screaming for help that she was blind until her kids yelled at her lol. Thankfully I wasn't over at the time, but funny as fuck to me. Haha, mirrors. Yes. Especially ever since I saw this 2-sentence horror story. I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first I thought it was coming from the window until I heard it come from the mirror again. Someone knocking on your bedroom window, and you're on the 2nd floor. Dude, I'm on the 4th floor. Bro, we get it? You live on the 4th floor. If I scroll down further and see another comment from you about living on the 4th floor, I'm going to assume all you talk about all day is living on the 4th floor. Shadows. Especially if nothing's casting them. Or especially if someone has to. Hashtag count the shadows. The forest. I grew up surrounded by literal miles of forest on all sides. I've spent probably thousands of hours running around the woods with my friends. Hunting, fishing, general outdoorsy stuff. So the forest is very familiar to me, but goddamn if I'm not absolutely terrified to go into a tree line at night. Shit's a whole different level of unsettling from a dark house or alley. Remembering that thing you did when you were an awkward kid. A clown dragging an axe down a road. So, it's not scary at day. Scarier. Dolls. Not being alone despite living alone. The cemetery. It's funny, I did that once as a young teen. With one friend. We just sat there and chilled and talked, and it was just tranquil. Not scary at all. Plenty of light from the full moon. Now thinking back of it, I'm fucking scared in my own backyard at night. I went taunts to the woods at night, and same here, IDK how I did it. Neighbors digging in their backyard. An ice cream truck driving by with its music playing. The kitchen. Some of the sounds I've heard freak me the fuck out. My fridge do be dropping beats at 4 a.m. dough. Reddit. Redditors of Reddit, how do you have sexy sex with your sex while sex? A scary movie. Let me add, a scary video game too. Honestly, Scary Movie was pretty funny. Shia LaBeouf. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf? Now it's dark, and you seem to have lost him. Someone laughing. Taking out a trash. Going up or down the basement steps. The sounds of animals, you hope, moving through the woods. Everything. Seeing someone out of the corner of your eye while walking. Some years ago I discovered that for me it's flying. I've flown a lot in my life. Starting very young. I'm annoyingly happy and excited when flying during the day. I had a night flight from Minneapolis to Phoenix. I had a panic attack while flying for the first time. I looked out the window and just completely lost it. I cried nearly the entire flight. Flying a kite. There's something about flying a kite at night that's so unwholesome. Hello, mother dear. My mind. Windows and gaps between things. You look through them for long enough. You start to feel like you're about to see something move. And if it sees you as well, you're in danger. But of course, you know that there's nothing right outside your window. There's nothing between the trees on the other side of the road. There's nothing that could suddenly beeline for you. Right. Windows during the day are wonderful portals through which I can stare out into the woods and appreciate the sun, and let the air in. Windows at night are places where things can see and enter into my home. Anytime I walk by one, I feel like I'm being watched. Anytime I turn my back to one, I feel like I'm in imminent danger. The sun. A car driving around with its headlights off. The hash-slinging slasher. Being alone in your house. I think you're scared for not being alone in your house. Children's laughter. Clown noses. I'm just imagining walking alone at night and you hear something rustle and you turn, but nothing is there. But then you hear it, asterisk honk honk, asterisk. Many edits. Can't figure italics out. Reading this thread just before bed. Have to stop and read during daytime. Swinging on a swing. Old neighbor had a daughter who would go out to the swing in their backyard and swing for hours on end. It could be 10 at night and you could hear the creaking of the swing. Scary stuff. Bodies of water. Bodies in the water. An empty hallway. Literally every tree. Hearing a lullaby while home alone. Going to the basement. Mr. Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street. With a knife. Being in an empty school. Bonus points for empty daycare elementary school. Your apartment building's front door's glass shattering from inside to out. This happened some time ago. I was sleeping and suddenly pop, crash, and shatter. I live just above the door so I got to experience it in its full glory. So anyway, I go check it out. Then I called the cops and the maintenance number. Then the neighbor next to me came to check it out too. And we wondered about it in the dark of night. The downside of living above the lobby that I hear all the strange things that happen in there and at the front yard. I guess there was a reason why this apartment used to be the caretaker's apartment. Parking garages. Windows, especially ones that have some type of platform on the other side. This. And how the glare of light from inside just turns it into a mirror so you have to turn off the lights or put your nose to the glass to see out. Cats fighting, mating. Oh god, the noises they make. A knock on the door, or the phone ringing. It can only be bad news at night. My jacket hanging. How has no one said walking up the stairs yet? Someone has. Horses neighing. I live very near Churchill Downs. Happy supposed to be Derby Day. It's very unsettling to be in the middle of the city at night on the porch smoking a cigarette and hearing distressed horses. Google Classroom. Absolutely terrifying. A call from your mother at 3 p.m. and she probably wants to catch up? A call from your mother at 3 a.m. Is there oh shit who died? Children. My brother scares me to death when he enter my room at night. My chair in the middle of the night. I often hand a jacket on it so I sleep facing the opposite wall so the headless shadow man can't hurt me. Lights turned off. Taking out trash. The wolves that are on the backside of my property. Tornado. You telling me a tornado isn't scary at night? Closets. Just closets. They have clothes in them but at night when it's dark it literally looks like monsters. You have to keep the door closed. It was 3 a.m. and my closet door was slightly open so I jumped and closed it. I was lucky. Success. Not yet tonight, it will strike at 12 a.m. so I gotta be ready by then and I can leave my closet door open for not. It's 5:30 p.m. so I think I should be alright. Dolls. Loud frogs. I was on a hike in the dark and I heard one but I thought it was a bear instead. Damn near shit myself. A cat's eyes. Strong wind and thunder. Going down to the basement. A pair of balled up white socks sitting in the corner. Yes. I was at a family camping retreat and being 10. I thought I was menacingly being watched by a wild rodent waiting to bite me at night in the tent. A tap on your window. The woods. Years ago at my grandma's house in the countryside. Chatting with my older brother and some cousins. Maybe 3 a.m. Pitch black outside. We heard what sounded just like someone throwing rocks at the tin roof. Probably by the dozen. One every 2 seconds or so. There's no way something fell on the roof. Wasn't a branch or something laying on the roof. Nothing. The only logical explanation is rocks. My uncle went out to look. Obviously saw nothing. The scariest thing is, the only people close by are good neighbors. And it's about a 10 to 20 minutes walk. And there wasn't even moonlight. Tornado siren. A tornado siren is the same amount of scary day or night. Truth. However, unless hidden during the day by a wall of rain you can see it and plan for shelter. At night, however, especially if there isn't a good amount of lightning action, I'd rather want to be able to see the conical wind of doom, monsieur. Also, getting woken up in a shock during nighttime versus daytime, unless someone likes to take multiple day naps, where you're more likely to be in a rested state, is not a fun thing to experience. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.